Now, for the worst five at number 28, I'm going with the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are 3-12. The Cardinals haven't really been in the worst five most of the season in my rankings, even though they've maintained one of the worst five records throughout the season, mainly because they seem to play tough every game for the most part. But what I've noticed recently is that their defense is just awful. They've been giving up 40-point games over and over and over again. At number 29, I'm going with the New York Giants. The Giants are 2-13. They are another team that I kind of mentioned last week. Even though they are tied for the worst record in the league, I feel like this team is really talented. They have talented people all over the field. It just they can't seem to get wins. They lost another close game this week against Minnesota. So they continue to be in line to possibly get that number one draft pick. Now at number 30, this team is probably going to surprise you, but I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs. I know people are like, what? Yes, that's right. I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs as the third worst team in the league, even though they are currently 6-9 at record. Now, when I do these power rankings, it's not based on the overall season. It's based on how they are today. And today, the Chiefs don't have Mahomes. The Chiefs don't have their backup, Gardner Minshew. They have Chris Oladokun, who's been on the practice squad all year long. And as we saw this week against the Titans, they're terrible. Then at 31, I'm going with the New York Jets. The Jets are 3-12. The Jets got absolutely demolished this week, as I mentioned in my picks, by the New Orleans Saints. The Jets quarterback situation is a mess. I mean, we already knew the Jets gave up on the season like right before the trade deadline when they traded all of their best players away. Yeah, the Jets are terrible and they deserve to be at 31, but they can hold their head high and say at least they're not the worst team in the league, right? The worst team in the league still at 32, and they've been there for 3 or 4 weeks consecutively now. It's the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders are 2-13. The Raiders played a good game by their standard. You look at the scoreboard at the end of the game, they only lost by 2 points to the Houston Texans. So you'd say, all right, maybe the Raiders have something brewing. Like, no, the Houston just played really bad. Raiders played good for their standard, and they just couldn't pull it off.